Hi everyone. So welcome to this session on 30 days preparation plan for IPMAT Indore. Okay. So before we move on to the 30 days plan, let us understand the paper pattern. I am sure you know what is the paper pattern, but let's quickly move on to it. Short answer, QA short answer has 15 questions, MCQ will have 30 questions, and verbal ability will have 45 questions. We know that in IPMAT Indore there is always going to be a sectional time limit. Each section will be of 40 minutes each. If you look at the cutoff in 2023, for short answer the cutoff was 12, MCQ it was 39, and for verbal ability it was 125. Whereas in 2024 the cutoff in short answer doubled, from 12 it came up to 24. MCQ was 35 and verbal ability was 113 marks. If you look at the good attempt in last 2 years in short answer section has been 6 to 8 question plus. In MCQ it has been 15 plus, and in verbal ability it is close to around 38 to 40 plus question is what the good attempt is. Now, when we say good attempt, does not mean to clear the cutoff. Good attempts would always mean that you always need to score slightly, you need to score more than the cutoff. Okay, so if you look at the last year's cutoff, 24, 35 is 70, or is 59, 59 and 113 is 172 mark. Having said that, even if the student clear the cutoff of 172 mark, that will, I mean, if a student scored exactly 172 in a general category student, that student most probably I would say that would not have got the admission in IIM Indore for the IBM program, because they IIM Indore have a different formula which is calculated based on various, on various different parameter. So they calculate the composite score of the student, which is called as the ATS score. The aptitude test score is what they call. Okay, so practically speaking, if you score exactly the cutoff, then your ATS turns out to be 0 marks. Okay, and hence it is always better to score more marks in every section. I would rather say that, if I have to say a blanket statement, if the addition of the cutoff goes to around 172 mark, then you should be scoring minimum 200 plus. 210, 215 would be slightly on the safer side. Okay, so with this information, with this knowledge, let's move ahead. So if we move ahead with the strategy, IIM Indore entrance exam is IPMAT Indore is an exam of stamina, speed and accuracy. Uh, you need to have that patience, you need to have that stamina till the last section, which is verbal ability, because that is when your speed is going to matter a lot. Because 45 question, if I say 40, you need to attempt 40 questions in 40 minutes, your speed is going to matter a lot then. A lot depends on accuracy when you solve all the three sections. I mean, when I say speed, speed is of no use if you are not accurate enough, and hence, you need to have that accuracy as well. So coming again, it's the exam of which will test your stamina, speed and accuracy, everything, all three. There are negative marking also. Okay, like unlike other exams which does not have negative markings. VA is going to be a game changer, and we have seen over last so many years that when the VA cutoff goes to 113, 125, 112 in 2022, a student has scored 150, 160, 165. Also, I know students who have scored 160, 165 and 170 as well. Now imagine, if you have already scored 150, forget about 160, 170, even if you have scored 150 marks, and in both the con section, if you are just clearing the cutoff, 150 plus 35 is 185 and 12 is 180, 199, that's close to 200. So it's easily manageable to reach 200 if you score very high in verbal ability, correct? But that does not mean that, you just clear the cutoff of the QA section, because if you again simply clear the QA sectional cutoff, then the ATS score for the QA section will be 0. So it is ATS score of QA section, QA short answer, plus ATS score of MCQ, plus ATS score of verbal ability. If you want to know more in detail about the ATS score, how it is calculated, I have also made another video on IPMAT Indore ATS score calculator. You will have a fair better idea of what I am trying to say here. Okay, so again, reiterating, VA is going to be a game changer. Uh, Target overall 220 plus. I said just now 200 plus would be slightly, manageable. 215 plus is on the safer end. 220, 225 plus is a sure deal. Again, with it comes with an exclamation, comes with a strict mark here. Uh, because with an assumption that the level of difficulty of the paper will remain same as it was last 2 years or last 3 years, in fact, for that matter. Uh, so 220 plus should be a very safe score if the level of difficulty remains the same. If let's say level of difficulty decreases, okay, which means if the level of if the paper becomes, let's say, easy, then this score may go up to 230, 240 also. If the paper difficulty of the paper increases, which means it becomes more tough, then in that case probably 200, 210 would be a good score. And hence you should be able to judge the level of difficulty of the paper as and when you are writing the actual exam. And you will be able to do this only if you have taken enough mocks. If you have taken mocks of various level of increasing decreasing difficulty, you will be able to gauge the difficulty of the actual exam while you are attempting the actual exam. Good attempt in short answer should be somewhere 8 to 10, more the merrier. For MCQ it should be around 17 to 20, and for verbal ability it should be 40 plus. Adjust to the level of difficulty of the paper and don't panic in the actual test. This is what I said. If the level of difficulty, if the paper becomes difficult, your attempt will go down. That is bound to happen. That happened in 2023 in short answer section. A lot of students after QA short answer section, because they were able to attempt only 3 or 4 questions, they panicked in the MCQ and the verbal ability section. Some of them also got demotivated because their attempts were very less in short answer, and most of them have given the hope. I know few students who were able to clear the cutoff of QA short answer because they were able to score 12 or 16 marks. Okay, so they were able to clear the cutoff. But because they had given up and because they were demotivated, they fall short of the MCQ section or for verbal ability, or they were able to clear the cutoff, but then their overall marks were not that great to fetch the final seat in the IPMAT Indore that year's admission. And hence, adjust to the level of difficulty of that section, give your best. Don't think in the exam what will be the cutoff and everything. Give your best in every section, but don't panic. You would have given enough mock, you would have given 15, 20 mocks, and I'm sure you will be able to judge the level of difficulty of the paper to your best of the best ability. Take at least 12 to 15 same IPMAT Indore, and the most important thing I have highlighted here, analyze it. If you take one mock less, absolutely fine, I don't mind. I would not mind if you take one mock less, but analyze every mock that you write, because if you don't analyze, you will not get to know where you are going wrong. And identifying your strength and weaknesses and working on that will help you to improve your score. If you look at the QA prep plan, these are the topics, everything in arithmetic, numbers, linear, quadratic, and data interpretation and logical reasoning. DILR would only be part of MCQ section, otherwise everything that comes in MCQ and short answer. I would say that if you are very thorough with this, you will be able to clear the cutoff by attempting this question correctly. If you are not able to clear the cutoff, maybe by 1 or 2 odd question, otherwise in MCQ, let's say the cutoff was 35, 39 mark. When I say 39, let's say 40 marks for easy of calculation, 10 question. Out of 30 question, you will definitely find 10 question in this. I mean 5 questions, so anyways you will get from here. From this topic, you will at least get 7-8 questions. Okay, you will at least get that many questions. So even if you do this much thoroughly, if you are able to get that 100% accuracy in this question type, you will be able to clear the MCQ cutoff for sure. And also for short answer, getting 12 or 16 mark, getting 3 to 4 questions from this topic, you will always get 3 to 4 questions from this topic out of 15. So you will be easily able to clear the cutoff. But as I said earlier as well, the clearing the cutoff should not be the objective. The objective should be to score as high as possible. And hence, these are the topics that you need to be thorough on. You need to be thorough upon. Let's say even if you are not thorough with, let's say, matrices and determinant, you don't like topics like logarithm, let's say this 2 topic. But if you have analyzed last few years IPMAT Indore examination, you know that there are typical type of question that comes in IPMAT Indore from matrices and determinant. If similar question comes up, you should be able to solve it. If it is very difficult, I will leave. If there's a logarithm question, there are some questions which are easily doable, manageable. Okay. For example, there was a question I remember from logarithm which says that log 2 raised to something in log to the base 2 minus 5 log something plus 6 is equal to 0. Basically, if you take the power outside, like a raised to m, log of a raised to m become m log a, if you simply apply that property, you realize that it becomes a quadratic equation in log of x to the base 2. So if you are able to understand the basic property and if you are able to solve it, then you should be able to solve the logarithm question which are easy. The question which are difficult, you can anyways skip them. So what I am trying to say is that at least from this topic, even if you don't like couple of topic, you should be able to understand which are what are the type of question that generally comes, and if those type of question repeat in your examination, I'm not saying the exact ditto question will come, but then a similar application based. If those questions repeat, you should be able to solve those questions in the exam. That is what at least I can expect from you from the topic which you don't like. Moving on to the verbal ability preparation plan. Nothing you can skip actually. You have grammar, phrasal verb, idiom, vocabulary, RC, para jumbles and para completion. Now, I have highlighted phrasal verb and idioms and vocabulary because this is something will save your time. If you know it. If you don't know, you don't know it. Probably, except for the passage based vocabulary where you have 2 to 4 fill in the blank, you might take 1.5 minutes. But otherwise, for phrasal verb, idioms and other vocabulary question, you should not take more than 25-30 seconds. Which means you can score very high marks in this area if you are 100% accurate. And parajumble is according to me a game changer. A lot of students don't like parajumble because you need to input the key, you need to input the sequence, right? And that is where, if there are 4 sentence, 24 permutation combination. If there are 5 sentence, then there are 120 permutation combination. So a lot of students don't like it, but practice enough parajumble questions so that you go bang on correct. I mean, if at least you have 75%, 80% accuracy, trust me, this will be a game changer in your exam. Because if I look at grammar or RC or para completion, most of the students will be able to get it correct. At least they will have 81-90% accuracy in grammar, RC and para completion. This is something a lot of students, they are not very good at it. Because you need to put an effort to learn vocabulary, remember things, learn idioms, remember them, right? So if you are able to do it, great. Sure, accuracy is a problem. If you are the one who are accurate, who have that great accuracy in parajumble question, I think that will not be a lot of concern for you to score very high mark in verbal ability section. Now let's look at the 30 days plan. I'm sure most of you are waiting for this plan. So what I've done is I've made a weekly schedule, weekly calendar for you. So 30 days, close to around 4 weeks is what we can say, sum it out, right? Anyways, on the last 1 or 2 days, I recommend not to study anything because keep yourself calm. I mean, if you have studied for 1 year, 2 year, I don't think a lot is going to change in last 1 or 2 days. Okay, so this is an estimate schedule. I can, you can just twiddle it down depending upon your strength and weaknesses. So on Monday, I have something that do geometry, coordinate geometry and trigonometry, do 4 reading comprehension. Every Tuesday and Friday, you are writing SIM IPMAT Indore and you are analyzing the same test on the same day. Before analyzing, you are not moving ahead. So if you are writing a test here, 2-hour test and maybe around 4 to 5 hours of analysis. Now you may wonder, sir, 4 to 5 hours of analysis, will I take that much time? You should take that much time if your scores are not good. Even if you are scoring 200 plus, you will at least take 2.5, 3 hours to analyze it. And if you still don't know how to analyze it in the right way, we have one more video made on how to analyze the SIM test. So make sure that you watch it and you will be able to at least do well in analyzing part. So because you are writing a test on Tuesday, you will be doing sequence and series on Tuesday. That's it, nothing in verbal. Then on Wednesday again you will be doing 2 quant chapters, 2 maths chapter, and you will be doing 10 para jumble and 10 para completion question. Permutation, combination, probability, binomial theorem on Thursday and 4 reading comprehension on in verbal. Friday again, because you are doing SIM IPMAT Indore, you will be only doing numbers. Then you will be doing logarithm, modulus, matrices determinant. along with 30 grammar question. And at the end on Sunday, you'll be doing arithmetic and 30 fill in the blank questions. Now, when I say arithmetic, it will cover everything. So probably you will do 3 to 5 questions of all type, because this is with an assumption that you should be good at arithmetic by now. Arithmetic numbers is something that a lot of students are good at it. Okay, so arithmetic you should be good at it, and hence just to be in touch of every chapter, every topic, every concept, one day for all the chapters I think should be fair deal. Apart from this two, probably I would suggest, recommend that do 20 vocabulary, do revision, learn new words, and 10 phrasal verb. Basically, we are talking about 20 into 30 days, 600 more words, or maybe around 300 more words and 300 new old words. What you can also do is, we provide you with the 20 full length IPMAT Indore mock plus 5 sectional tests of each section. So 25 verbal sectional you have basically. Let's assume that in every verbal section, okay, you have close to around, let's say around 60, 70 odd new words. Even if it's a 60 new words, which 25 into 60 will be how much? Will be close to around 1500 words. I think even if you do that much, that should be sufficient for you to crack the vocabulary section. Same goes for verbal ability, 10 phrasal verb. You will find 5 phrasal verb question and 5 phrasal verb or idioms, you can say that. And there will be options also. So, maybe 10 into 25 will give you 250, and maybe give you options. So, you will have at least 400 to 500 phrasal verb and idioms in a paper. So, doing that much should also be enough for you to clear the IPMAT Indore verbal section cutoff. Do definitely attend the master classes, because these are made specially for keeping in mind the IPMAT Indore 2024 examination. So make sure that you attend the master classes either offline or online. Online, again, the recording is available in the student portal. So make sure that you attend the master classes. And I am sure you are aware about a Club 150 group. So like-minded people are there on the WhatsApp group who are scoring more than 150 marks. So ensure that you are part of that group. You will have to score more than 150 marks in 2 of the same IPMAT Indore for you to be part of that group. So there are some extra sessions that we keep on conducting for the Club 150 students. So I want each one of you watching this video to ensure that you are part of this group. Moving ahead, if we talk about week wise, every week you are writing 2 mocks. Only in the last week you will be writing 3 mocks, which means every alternate day you will be writing mocks here. Make sure that in the first week, maybe let's say around by 15th of April, or probably around, like, let's say worst case around 20th of April, you identify your strength and weakness, and if there is a possibility to improve 1 or 2 chapter, 1 or 2 weakness, work on your weakness. Next week you should be able to finalize what is the strategy that you are going to apply while writing the mock examination, and make sure that you write the remaining mock with that strategy itself, so that you don't have to figure out which strategy is going to work for you in the examination. You just need to write at least 5 to 6 mock with the set strategy. The last week, your objective should be to score as high as possible. Try to boost your overall score. That should be objective in the third week. If you are at around 190, 200, your objective should be from 190. Probably your objective should be to reach 200, 5. From 200, your objective should be to reach 210, 215, 220. Slowly and gradually, mock after mock, your objective, you should be able to increase your marks. And last week, again, focused on writing mocks, analyzing and boosting your overall score. That should be the strategy for the last 2 weeks. That is what it is expected from you. This is how your prep plan for the next 30 days should look like. All the best, everyone. I am sure this session was helpful, and I would want every one of you who is watching this video to crack the sectional cutoff and get a personal interview call. Very important announcement. We just conducted All India SIM IPMAT Indore. We are again going to conduct All India SIM IPMAT Indore on 18th of April to 22nd of April. Make sure that you don't miss the opportunity to write the All India Open Free Mock. All the best once again. Bye-bye.